So you're thinking about moving to Kansas City? Well, more specifically, Kansas City, Missouri. Well, great news. In this video, we're going to be talking about that. More specifically, we're going to be talking about the Staley District or the Staley Farms area. And if you stick around to the end, we're going to tell you why this might not be popping up on your radar, why it's kind of a little kind of sneaky how they have this all set up, and what you need to know about it. We're going to get started right now. Hey, this is your first time tuning into the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in the Kansas City area and the surrounding areas, places like Staley, then click subscribe, hit that little bell for notifications so you can be the first to know of the current market right here in the KC metro area. My name is Zach Morton. My business partner Max Jones, the Mojo Real Estate team, and I have been helping people move to Kansas City for over 20 years. We get calls, texts, emails from folks just like you every single day. We absolutely love it, but don't take our words for it. See what our clients have to say with over 600 verified 5-star Google reviews from folks just like you. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, you can pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, drop us an email, even schedule a Zoom so we can chat with you about your goals and help you with that seamless transition into your new neighborhood. All of our contact information is in the description below. And today we are talking about Staley. So I like to do this from the map. Some of you guys are visual. We'll have a vlog on this. We have pros and cons on this, so you can check out all our videos on Staley, even one where we're walking through a $1.2 million property on 18 acres. It was really cool and unique. But today's the map video, and let's just dive right in here. So Kansas City as a whole, most people know this, but not everybody does. You would be surprised. There's a Kansas City, Missouri. So real quick, I'm just gonna draw that in. That follows the river to about the center of the city, and then the state line drops straight down. So everything over here is Kansas, the Sunflower State. Everything over here is Missouri, the Show Me State. And then basically, we have a northland and a south of the river. So the river continues to go all the way across the state of Missouri to St. Louis. Everything up here is considered north, and everything down here is considered south, no matter which side of the state line you are on. So that's how Kansas City's set up. You'll hear people say that, and now you know how to talk like a local. So let me clean that up, and we'll zoom on in and talk about Staley, which happens to be on the Missouri side, north of the river, and Kansas City. You can see what I have outlined right here. You can see it follows the river, this little curvy line at the bottom. This is the North Kansas City School District. It's one of the largest school districts, it is the largest school district on the Missouri side, north of the river. And what we're gonna be talking about, the reason I wanted to pull up the North Kansas City is we're really just gonna be focusing on this area right here. It's the newest section, and this is the Staley School District. So a lot of times we have families that are coming here and they want those A-rated schools. This is one of those A-rated school districts. Now, this is in Kansas City. It's not a suburb. So if you type in Staley, Missouri, I don't know what you're gonna find, but you're not gonna find this. Some of the other major suburbs of the Missouri, the north side, are gonna be Liberty, which we have a vlog on, are gonna be the Park Hill or Parkville area. Platte City, we have vlogs on all these. Up here, the town of Smithville. And these are all going to have great school districts as well, and even Gladstone. And then we have North Kansas City. So these are kind of the major suburbs of the Northland. But today we're going to focus on one that isn't a suburb. It's just a district, but it's got a lot of cool things going on that you need to know about, and definitely something to keep in mind when you're searching for property on the Missouri side in Kansas City. So we'll clear that up, and we're going to enhance and zoom on in. Focus just on the Staley area. Now, first off, I want to point out that Staley is it's got great highway access. I'd just like to point that out right out of the gate. We've got 152 highway that pretty much east to west all the way across the Northland takes you from Liberty over into the Parkville area. Great shopping, all that stuff over there. On up to the airport. Another bonus of living in the Northland is the airport is super close. And then we have this 435. If you've watched our other videos, 435 is a highway that circumvents or goes around the entire city of Kansas City, north and south. So as you can see, our Staley area is right here, and it is surrounded by great highway access to get you almost anywhere in the city. So whether you're working downtown, whether you're traveling to the airport, shopping in Liberty or going over to the Parkville area, you've got great highway access. 169 will drop you right straight down smack in the middle of downtown Kansas City, as well as 35 will. So you've got two options to get downtown Kansas City. So great access, great highway access. All right, so right here you can see we've got Staley High School, which is kind of the center of it all. Staley Farms, we'll get into that in a minute. It's one of the premier neighborhoods or subdivisions in the Staley area. We also have Nashua Elementary School, Newmark Middle School, Fox Hill Elementary, Gateway, which is a 6th grade center, Northview Elementary, and then Rising Hill Elementary. So that is the school district of the Staley area. Let's go back to the map. All right, so just to point out some of the cool things or some of the focal points of the Staley Farms area is well, I'll say Staley as the district a lot. And then we have Staley Farms, which is the kind of the premier private golf club that it's live on golf, kind of a golf community. So I'll keep mixing this up. I'll do it the rest of my life. I'll say Staley Farms, Staley District, Staley High School, kind of meaning all the same things. But Staley Farms is actually technically the name of a subdivision right in the heart of Staley, and that Staley Farms is what the whole area is named after. The school district, all that is. This used to be one big farm, and then they started to develop it, and here we are. Just like a lot of other neighborhoods are named after the farmers of the land or whoever was the previous owner. But anyway, as we zoom in here, you can see we've got a nice 18-hole golf course with housing all around and throughout. And it's absolutely beautiful. It is private, so if that's what you're into, private golf, it's amazing. It makes it a lot easier to jump on the course, because it's private. You don't have the whole public coming in there. So it's easy to get a tee time. You have a golf cart in your garage, just drive right on out, start playing. And with that, those different packages, it ranges from $525 a month for a single person, and I think it's $675 a month for a family for unlimited golf. With that, you get the clubhouse, you've got all the amenities that come with that. You also get restaurants. They have a nice restaurant there that you can eat at. You get 24/7 gym. The neighborhood HOA also has a pool, basketball court, indoor basketball court, pickleball, tennis, all that stuff. So kind of all the amenities that you would expect with a nice private. Now you can still have your friends come play with you. I've played out there. I don't live in Staley, so you can still get access to it. Everybody north of the river knows somebody that lives in Staley or in there. So everybody's going to be able to play golf. I can guarantee it. If you get out or you want to check out this course, it's a tough course. It's not easy, but an absolutely beautiful course. Different areas. There's the enclave. Different price points for houses. So you do have lots of options. You don't have to be you don't have to go in here and buy $1 million house just to get on golf. And then there's even some rental townhome style places over here. Actually, I don't know that those are rentals, but you can buy like the patio home style. So folks that don't want maintenance, kind of getting away from steps and all that, you've got some options there too. And then just different parts of the subdivision that might be a little bit cheaper than the ritzier parts of the subdivision. So you've got lots of options to get out there if golf is your thing and private golf is your thing. Now, if that is not your thing, but you still like to golf, don't fear, because zoom out a little bit. You can still see the boundaries of the school district, this red dotted line. So over here is Hodge Park. That's going to be a nice public golf course. It's one of the more affordable golf courses in the Northland. In fact, the golf pro out there has worked with us. We've sold and helped them buy houses. And I know several people that work out there. A lot of the retirees will go out there and become marshals, kind of keep the time moving, and then so you get free golf. You work a day, and so great spot for that. It's a great community golf course. Since it's Hodge Park's also over 1,000 acres of other cool stuff to do. So there's playgrounds, there's baseball fields, there's the amphitheater, there's the driving range, so all kinds of cool stuff. I think Hodge Park is actually the second biggest park in Kansas City, Missouri, on north of the river. So a lot of cool stuff. There's even the Shoal Creek Living History Museum. And this is a place, if I get some of these photos, where you are going to, this is just one of those cool places where they've like recreated an old town. Let's see here if we can pull some of these photos up. There's an old church, there's a mill. In fact, this mill that you're looking at right here, I believe, if you watch our vlog on Smithville, it was actually started, that suburb started as Smith's Mill. I can't even say it, Smith's Mill, and nobody could say that, nor can I, so they changed it to Smithville over time. So I believe this is either that or a recreation of Smith's Mill, which is just down the street in this Shoal Creek area. So as you can see, you can rent spaces out here. There's self-guided tours. It's open daily in the summertime. I'll go out there and walk my dog when my kids are doing baseball practice or mountain biking just down at Hodge Park. So it's kind of a cool area to walk through. If you're out there, we've got an old jail. Schools will go there, all kinds of fun stuff. And they even have a couple buffalo at that park and a jail. So that's what you can expect to find over in the Shoal Creek area. Let's get this back up. Enhance. All right, so that's all down over here. You also have another private golf course. It's not in the Staley area, but it's called Shoal Creek Golf Course. Just outside of that, in fact, it looks like there might be a couple houses that land inside that Staley District. So there's more golf to live on. And around Hodge Park too, there is the neighborhood right here that's real nice that will put you backed up to golf. In fact, we saw a lot of properties where people that like the public, they like Hodge. It's very affordable, even though it's public, it's easy to get on and play, but there's a lot of houses in this subdivision, which isn't necessarily a golf course, but you can get kind of that first tier 2 golf. All these people's backyards are on the, I don't know what hole that is, but we've sold several houses right in here because it's kind of a way to get on golf, but it's not really, you're not paying for that golf perk. So if that's something you're into, just know that that's available. There's lots of biking and hiking trails throughout the park there, as you can see. Little lakes and streams, playground, and let's see, we're pointing that stuff out and all the fun stuff to do. There is a A.J. Wilson baseball field over here. So this is where the kids will have a lot of tournaments. There's a lot of new subdivisions and new housing that's going in the Staley area. As you get further away from Kansas City, obviously, we talk about that all the time. That's where, you know, the city grows away from itself. So this is where a lot of the new construction is happening. You can see from these images right here that they're laying in rows to build new houses. Some of this is already built out, but it just continues to grow. So the new construction opportunities up here are pretty cool. Right now, I will say, with new construction, this does lie in Kansas City. It's not its own little suburb. So Kansas City, we do have that e-tax. If you live in Kansas City, Missouri, or work in Kansas City, Missouri, you may be subject to that, and that is 1% of your income that they tax you on. It goes to pay for trash services, road services, police, stuff downtown, but that's what that tax is. Getting in some of these other suburbs like Liberty, Missouri, or Parkville, Missouri is gonna get you out of that tax. Now, however, if you work in Kansas City, you still might be subject to that. My office, my real estate office is not in Kansas City. It's actually in Gladstone, and I don't live in Kansas City. I actually live in a suburb, but I still pay a little bit of that e-tax because I do sell houses that land in Kansas City, and that's where my income's generated. So just know that coming in here, if you are one of those people that want to avoid that, Staley does fall in that. And that's what, you know, everybody there could be subject to. So just keep that in mind. Also, Kansas City on their new construction this year has some new codes coming out that are going to add some more money. I know the builders aren't real excited about that because it's adding to the cost of construction. And what those are, they're mainly energy efficiency items, like all 2x6 construction walls. Normally homes can be built with 2x4s, but 2x6, you usually see that in upscale construction. But what that allows you to do is get more insulation on the walls. We do get cold here in the winter. So with building towards greener, more sustainable houses that are more energy efficient and all that, that is what Kansas City's trying to do on the Missouri side. So they're upping all, so basically translate into it costs more to make those build those homes, which means it costs you a little more to get there. Now you are getting a better house, you are getting a more insulated house, you are getting a house that already has electricity ran to the garage for your electric cars. All those things are part of the codes, but just know in Kansas City that you might be able to still go into a spot like Parkville, Liberty, Smithville, one of those cities that's not for new construction, and get a little bit more affordable house. Maybe it's not built to those standards. So that's just one of those things, those little perks that not everybody's going to tell you about, you need to know about when you're coming into Kansas City and you're looking at new construction. But this area does have a lot, we are north of 152 here, a lot of new construction going on. It just continues to. As we look at the map from this perspective, where it's green, you can see there's a lot of open space, right? We've got all of this that's pretty much open and undeveloped. A lot of this over here that's still farmhouses and acreage. And I talked about it in the beginning when we opened this video, but we had a house on the market for $1.2 million. It was on 18 acres. So there's all kinds of cool opportunities that this area has, whether you want to be in a subdivision of new construction, whether you want to be in a older subdivision. The prices are really reasonable from entry level all the way up to over $1 million anywhere in this small little Staley district. Now, this all came about because of the high school, which is brand new. Staley High School, well, not brand new, I think it was 2005 or 8, something like that, but it's newer for the Northland here. So I'll just point that out real quick. They're already hitting capacity and plans to expand, but really nice facility. This is actually the first school facility in Missouri that was built with as a green building, so they've got the silver designation for that. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it has about building standards, renewables, all that kind of good stuff. So pretty cool. It's a huge, massive brick building when you drive out here, and it feels like it's just sitting in the countryside, which obviously you can tell there's nothing but country around it. But this is the main school. We also have the elementary school over there, massive parking lot, and then a couple sports fields, for the kids. So really nice state-of-the-art facilities, tennis, baseball. Really cool. You got some shot put, I would imagine, is that, but really great facilities, sports across the board. You can check out our pros and cons where Max and I are kind of talking about the pros and cons of the Staley School District, but their sports team, and I know their football team has continued to move up levels. This is an R4 school, which means it's one on the larger size, which means you're gonna have a lot of competition, especially when it comes to all sports, whether it's football, baseball, soccer, golf, all that stuff. It's gonna be fairly competitive, so it is a little harder to get on the team, but the team is doing really well, and they've moved up in the ranks too over the last couple of years and competing at a very high level across the Northland of Kansas City. So if sports are important, definitely check out their website. You can hop on there, see what their rankings are for each particular sport, and see how they stack up to maybe Liberty and Parkville, Smithville and St. Joe and areas like that. All right, so the main drag through Staley, let's go back to this, is, let's go ahead and highlight this area again so you can see it. We've got 435, come a little bit west here past 169, 152 is the south line, and then a little over 435, and that's our district. So Maple Woods Parkway is this right here. This is a nice new road, 2 lanes with roundabouts, easy to travel, very straight, which a lot of the newer subdivisions, this allowed them all to kind of go in. So we got a lot of newer subdivisions here. Of course, we've got the Staley Farms Golf Club, which continues to get built on. Nice new stuff there. And then newer stuff kind of going in around in here too. But there's a really nice highway system. You're gonna do most of your shopping right here. North Oak is the original main drag. I'm talking when I was in high school, I used to drive up and down North Oak, just being stupid kids. So that goes all the way north and south. It used to be like the main highway system through the Kansas City. So as you go basically from here south on North Oak, there's a lot of older businesses, kind of that, stoplight every 10 blocks and businesses on each side as you go through Gladstone. So at one time, it was a hot shopping spot of the Northland of Kansas City, but now with strip malls and new construction and all that, it is what it is. So there's still some cool little shops out there and lots of good restaurants. But what you would mainly be doing if you're living in the Staley area is, I'm just going to show you where your grocery shopping and main stuff is. You do have right up here off North Oak, you have your Constantino's, Sunfresh. So that's going to be your major grocery store. There's going to be organic options in there, so they're going to have everything. But that's pretty much it. But I mean, that's pretty close. There's also grocery stores down 152 either way. You're not too far over, and even south on North Oak. Let's zoom in just a little bit. Right here by the highway is where you're going to find most of your business stuff, the highway and North Oak traffic way intersection, which you can imagine if you had a business, you want to be close. Some of the stuff that's not like chain food is you've got the Red Walk, which they're pretty good for a Chinese restaurant, super affordable. We have the pizza shop here. I've talked about them and they are not a chain. They may be a franchise now in Kansas City, but they're still a local shop. In fact, this house right here is on a lot that they used to own. They started this, I don't know, probably 50 years ago. But the house that I'm in right now is on a lot that the pizza shop people used to own. They had the house next to it with a vacant lot here, and then, I don't know, my house is here. So anyway, pizza shop, I'm a pizza guy. If you are a pizza person, it's something to check out in Kansas City, Cracker Crust. I don't spend a lot of time talking about food, but I do have a soft spot in my heart for pizza. What else do we have? The Red Walk, of course, we got McDonald's, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, all that good stuff. You got your Starbucks. There's a couple more. I gotta zoom in a little bit. Hamburger Express. I don't know. There's a couple other little restaurants down in here. There used to be a Good Sense down in here too. But anyway, that's kind of basically here. You'll have a couple of medical centers. Looks like we have a daycare there. There's your Discover Vision. And then as you go north, we're going to run into, got a little bank there, your grocery store up here closer to the neighborhoods. With that, you're going to have a couple. You got Hot Rocks Pizza and Captain Sports Lounge. So 4.4 stars, 241 reviews, and 4.4 stars for the pizza, 383 reviews. So pretty decent there. And that's kind of how it's laid out. You're going to have, the rest is going to be neighborhoods, a couple sports complexes. I'm trying to think what else I want to touch on. Let me go back to this view just to make sure I haven't missed anything up here. Oh, there is a, where are we? Zoom out a little bit. We do have a movie theater and the Brass Rail. The Brass Rail is a pool bar that gets a lot of traffic, as you can see, 4.4 stars, over 2,000 reviews. So that people like to have a good time there if you're into pool. Lots of pool tables and tournaments. And then you have a movie theater right there. Now, technically, we're outside of the Staley area because we're south of this highway, but just south of it. So close enough that I think I want to throw it in there as kind of the amenities that the neighborhood has to offer. And then you can see it as we go north, it just kind of opens up. Point out real quick while we're here, and I'm looking at Nashville, what's jumping out at me. This is kind of the older section. This actually felt like the country back in the good old days before all this was built in. So you're gonna have some older homes up here, affordable, super nice and cute. Easy to get it in there at entry-level prices. There's gonna be kind of the same thing right here between North Oak and 169 Highway. You've got a couple subdivisions that are a little bit older. You know, they were there back in the beginning before all this newness started to happen. So keep in mind there is options, like I said, anywhere from entry level all the way up to over $1 million, super prestigious on the golf course right here, or even acreage properties as we touched on. So a lot of cool stuff going on in the Staley area. And you know, pretty close, everything's pretty much right there, and the school district is A-rated. Good things going there. So I just want to touch on before we, some of the other amenities, it kind of steals from, it's right in the middle. So you do have Costco, which is right here. Where's Costco? You are close to Costco. I might have to type it in, save some time here. Costco, where you at, buddy? Okay. There we are, just to the west of 169. So close to Costco, but some of the other amenities that you're gonna be able to tap into are Liberty, and then all along 152 here. Again, here is the Staley area. So we got Costco's really close. All along 152 here, this has all been built up. Restaurants continue to get at it. There is, you got your Whole Foods grocery store out here too. So if you want that, you know, your quick access just down the highway. And then you get into Liberty, and it's chocked full of restaurants. So you're kind of stealing amenities. I mean, this is only, you know, you're 10 to 15 minutes depending on traffic into Liberty. You're 10 to 15 minutes, actually 10 to 15 minutes right here to get to this Berry Road and I-29, which has Zona Rosa shopping, Home Depot, Lowe's, all that stuff. And you're also gonna have Home Depot, Lowe's over here in Liberty. So all your big box stuff kind of is on either side, 10 or 15 minutes away. 10 to 15 minutes to the airport. So you're really close to a lot of stuff, great access. Here's that highway that goes right into downtown. Let me clean that up, I'm getting a little crazy here. So just nice and centrally located. I think the biggest thing you need to know about that is it's in a sweet spot, and you're not gonna find this by looking for Staley, Missouri, or Staley Farms, Missouri. That's gonna put you in the golf course. This is considered Kansas City, Missouri, so it's hard to find that. And even if you search by school district, not all agents get that right all the time. So if they just miss one word, or they have the school district wrong, or they just leave it out, if you type in Staley School District or Staley High School, you're just not gonna see that property. So very important to, if this is something that you think is right up your alley, you can check out our vlog on it too. We're running around looking at some of these areas and going through the neighborhoods and showing you what the houses look like in the golf course. But if this is something that you think is, oh, cool, this is my spot, that's, you know, then just give us a call. We can set up a search so you can kind of see what's hitting the market. We love to do that for people all the time, so you don't have to go search every day. You get notified in an email or an alert that says, hey, this property just hit the market in your search area. Boom, great way to kind of stay abreast of what's going on in the market. So that is Staley, my friends. I hope you found this video useful. Please feel free to comment, like it. That helps us out a lot. If you're giving person a 5-star review, all that stuff is great. But most importantly, it's all about your goals. So hey, when you're ready, just reach out and let us know how we can help you. Let us know what questions you have. So we can help you land in the perfect neighborhood for you and your family right here in the KC metro area. Just remember, get a couple friends in the business, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.